I realized how impressive the log piles are until I got to this point. Little hill from the shell from the library. I got a lot of wood to deal with. Alright, these chunks of wood that they cut out for display, 340 years old, Menasha Forest Products, 210 feet tall. I find it interesting how they cut these out, and they're dating it all. Alright. But I mean, it's impressive, it's interesting, it's bringing those trees to communities that don't normally see them. But if you actually go to the places where they did do the forestering, you'll see that there's still stumps out standing in the forests from the old logging from this. But in Northern California, if you go to as far south as Fort something, and then I can't think of it. Last night I was walking along here and I smelled onions, and further down I came across a guy who was picking the weeds, and I asked him, I told him I smell onions, are you picking onions? And he's like, yep. The only way he could get in here is by jumping the fence. Okay, and you could see there's like messed up rows. There's like full of onions. Yeah, he even left some laying around next to the food truck where probably delivers onions. Yeah, I see these onions laying down. He was all over. Picked a bunch. Smelled good. Alright, so this is not a particularly built-up shore in Empire City. Looks like you take a left to go to Sunset Bay State Park, Shore Acre State Park. Nice extra wide sidewalk. This is the pier, but it looks like the pier is really falling apart. Like they intended to make a Hollering Place project. B-O-O-N Boone K-G Boone, oh, Boone K gang. Okay, so there's a gang that took over the area due to lack of progress. This is a Coast Guard protected property. Nice basketball hoop. And it says up here, Homeland Security, Electronic System Support Detachment. I don't see any radar, so it's not for radar. A little bit of a radar, but that's not. I've seen bigger. Electronics or communication or something. Alright, so it looks like this park has a camp host. Yeah. Generally don't like them. Just living right next to the bathrooms and the fish cleaning station. You can hear the roar of the ocean off on the other side of this inlet across the water there. And this is a part of the Coast Guard property. I don't know if it's like just going to be a historical display or if the Coast Guard has big plans. I'm pretty sure they aren't going to be working on it right here. Got some pretty big propellers. Probably not big enough for the size. Looks like almost a luxury cruise type of ship. Doesn't look like it's been sitting here too long because the stands don't look like they've collected a lot of grime. A little bit. It's probably sat a couple of months. Had to haul it in with some large truck of some kind. People live across the road from it. Got a problem with people discharging their guns out here. Alright, so the Indians are living out here in all this rain. Closely at this pier, which I'm on, it's got all these grooves from fishing, from crab fishing off the pier. You see they just kind of have their notches set out from all the pulling. I don't know if that's the right way to be pulling your lines. You should probably hold them against, away from this edge, so you're not causing so much friction. Next to the Boat Builders Club, you got Bay. Before all else, private property warnings. Here's one of the last pieces of evidence standing from the Enterprise City days. Pretty good day shelter here. Had some oatmeal and yogurt, but my gallbladder's still giving me trouble, so it's like it's hard to swallow the food when my gallbladder feels, or not my gallbladder, when my appendix feels so swollen. My freezing phalanges say it's cold out here. I feel like I'm in a battle against this terrible infection in my blood. Just trying to respond to it as best I can with the right nutrition, but it's not easy. I'm not showing much of this place, but I find this interesting. There's either a massage or a gunsmith in that building. Oh, it's locked anyway. Actually, it's like a mini mall, so both could be in there. What a contrast. And the theme of this town seems to be wooden statues, because there's like 15 of these things. One on the other side. That looks pretty cool. I should probably go over there. If one were to take the time and find all of them. There's one across the street. I don't have Zoom. See a garbage over here next to the ox yoke. Oh geez. So I'm only here for a little bit because I'm desperate to find a cure for my sepsis, I think. That's pretty cool. It's a very small town. I could walk down a little ways, take in a lot of these wooden. It was made in 2012. Maybe it's from Sid's. I think maybe Sid's Carving has put together all of these.